The reason Americans, unlike much of the rest of the world, rarely dry clothes outdoors can be traced back to history and, somewhat unexpectedly, to economic success. Following World War II, the United States went through a huge period of economic growth. Suburbs spread rapidly, countless new houses were constructed, and they were filled with modern home appliances. Washing machines, refrigerators, dishwashers, and particularly clothes dryers came to symbolize comfort and advancement. Having these appliances was seen as more than just useful, it reflected a modern lifestyle. While people in many other countries continued hanging clothes outside, mainly out of necessity, American households increasingly adopted dryers to save effort and time. Companies advertised dryers as a form of freedom, especially for homemakers, offering quicker laundry and less household work. Eventually, using a dryer stopped being a convenience and became the standard practice. Weather conditions also contributed. The United States experiences a wide range of weather patterns. In humid areas, laundry hung outside may dry very slowly. In the colder northern states, winter conditions can make line drying difficult or even unrealistic for long stretches of the year. As suburban lifestyles became more focused on convenience and routine, clothes dryers provided something nature could not: reliability. Rain, snow, pollen, dust, or unexpected weather changes were no longer a concern. Clothes could be tossed into a machine, a button pressed, and everything would be dry within an hour. In a society that increasingly valued speed and efficiency, that kind of dependability became important. One of the least discussed explanations, however, has little to do with climate or appliances. It comes down to perception. In many American suburbs, particularly throughout the mid-1900s, clotheslines gradually became linked to poverty or lower-class living. Laundry hanging outside was often viewed as untidy, unattractive, or an indication that a neighborhood was less affluent. In some areas, homeowners' associations known as HOAs even introduced regulations limiting outdoor clotheslines in an effort to preserve what they believed was a neater and more polished neighborhood image. Energy prices are another factor that helps explain the divide. In many countries, electricity costs are high enough that using a tumble dryer on a regular basis feels inefficient or unnecessarily expensive, making air drying not just a cultural habit, but also an economic choice. In the United States, however, energy has historically been comparatively cheaper, which made routine use of dryers easier to rationalize. Housing design played a major role as well. Many homes in the United States, particularly in suburban neighborhoods, were constructed with separate laundry rooms, basements, or utility areas specifically intended for washers and dryers. By comparison, apartments in many other parts of the world tended to be smaller and often included balconies or shared outdoor spaces that made air drying the more practical option. Once living spaces are built around certain appliances, people's habits naturally adapt to them. Click the video on your screen right now and I'll explain another everyday mystery you've wondered about your whole life, but never thought to look up.